dealing with unhealthy coping mechanisms. I'm sitting here, I'm putting in the chair because I do stuff like this because it feels like y'all, I have to talk up to y'all essentially. Don't ever sit there and downplay yourself to where you feel like you're not worth it. You should be up there, all right? That's y'all, not me, not the YouTuber, all right? I grow once you look at me and you explain to me so I can learn situations and all that. With that being said, what's good, YouTubers? Your boys, ever shot. Here with it, I don't know, yeah, sure. It's dealing with unhealthy coping mechanisms. I know once you go through some bad stuff, you usually drift to worse stuff, all right? And I'm gonna give you some examples of how I can relate, okay? So when I was going through a really bad breakup, numerous times, one of the things that I would do is, like being angry, I would go and get a Black and Mild. Like it was just my way of just like taking out that stress. I'm just getting all that good old cancer in my throat. You feel me? Gang, gang. But in turn, it was really stupid because, you know, I'm mad at a situation that was bad for me. And so instead of putting myself in a good situation, I go and make it worse and harm myself. I would do that. That was stupid as crap, just smoking blacks. I haven't touched a black in a while, right? In a while. I don't even have that urge. I've disassociated myself with, you know, being mad and equating that to smoking blacks. That's what you'll find out a lot of times. Some people, like, say they get mad, what's the first thing they be like? They're like, yo, they pissing me off. I need to smoke because they got me messed up. You really just said something that you're addicted. Like, in order to calm you down and numb you down for how you actually handle with real situations in life, you sit there and say, I have to smoke. That's addiction. Now, along with me smoking blacks and all that, I would sit there, do that, and harm myself. I later on switched it with just, you know, I'm not gonna smoke at all. Like, there's no point in me doing it. Why am I doing this? Another bad addiction that I would do is when the first breakup happened, because I'm assuming that shorty, she had all the traits of being BPD, right? That's borderline personality disorder. I don't know, I could be wrong, but a lot of them symptoms, they were there, right? Or it could have just been her being young, I don't know. Regardless, at the end of the day, it just didn't work, right? Now, with it hurting me so bad to wake up, because when you're sitting there depressed, thinking about, you know, shorty, or anything in general that's just really bothering you, your days become way longer. It's no longer 24 hours. It's damn near 48 hours of a day because every minute is just your brain just anxiety and just being tired. So what I would do was I would be taking ZZZ-Quil or NyQuil, whatever. I'll just take that and just try to go back to sleep. And then say my days or whatever off, I'm there drinking. I would sit there drinking a whole bunch. Like, there was one time I put a female out in the snow, like, cause I was so hurt over another girl that I ended up hurting this girl essentially. And I never forgave myself for it, honestly, cause that was just some, I know some people are like, oh, that's pimpy. No, that was stupid. That was just me being a douchebag for no reason. But what I'm getting at is I would sit there and just do all that, just hoping for the moment of it, you know, taking that pain away. Now, what is the hardest part is accepting that, yeah, whatever situation occurred, I don't need to take it out on me. Because you're mad at the person, so you take it out on yourself and you beat yourself up over and over to where you feel like you're not worth it. And that's when, you know, the unhealthy coping comes in, because it's like, I should have known this, I messed up, I'm not good. You got to tell yourself, hey, you're okay, you're fine. But heartbreak or anything like that, you lost somebody, you can't feel that at the time. My best advice on that is you just gotta look forward. You gotta look ahead, you know, because regardless, life moves on. And say that love, like, you know, say it was a girl, after that year or so that you gotta go through the roughness, you end up meeting someone better than them. You're like, I'll never meet someone better. Yes, you will. You 100% will. They're gonna be a lot better. All right. And I know with, you know, family members, it's harder. it's a lot harder. You know, my aunt, she had died, Lou Garrison, like muscle atrophy. Like that really hurt me for the longest. I didn't tell anybody about it. I would just bundle it up, go to the shower, end up just crying myself to sleep. That was another thing. I just sit there just taking alcohol and NyQuil, just trying to sleep it off. Like the thought of that, because it just, I couldn't accept it. And at this time I also was going through the atheism period, so I just didn't believe in anything. It was just literally just, that's it. Everything is just it. Screw it. But you really want to replace it with some healthy stuff. And I know it's gonna sound generic, like, oh, you should definitely get in the gym. You don't even have to get in the gym per se, but go outside and run. Go jog, right? Go jog, do stuff like that. Get that runner's high. All right, that is a dopamine spike right there. You want to get your dopamine levels back up, because all of it is down. That, your serotonin, all of it is down. You're just miserable and sad. You can't do anything. You want to replace that. When I would run, I would feel so much better, like afterwards, even if it was temporary. Watch that, or I'd watch, you know, I'd watch the Hodge twins. They're probably really dark humor and all that, and sarcasm, and I could relate to it. At the time, I was like, yo, I don't know how they can do a straight video and just be able to talk about that while still being funny. I'll never be able to do that. You see me doing YouTube now. It's weird how it works like that, but I told myself I couldn't do that at the time. Deterring who I was, deterring my gifts of being able to sit there and speak to people and all that. So you want to do that, and you want to also understand that because you got to have a level of pride. I know some people say pride is usually man's biggest downfall. You can't be arrogant with pride, man or woman. You can't be arrogant with pride. You have to be prideful of who you are, but also understanding at the same time. So what really helps me a lot, where I don't get addicted to too many things, like it doesn't happen like that, probably women. That'd be the only thing, but that's even rare, because usually when I open up, that is me opening up, like, you know, my weaknesses. So when they end up doing all that and leaving or whatever, you basically stab me, because I showed you where to stab me at. All right, so what you want to do is you want to just take in an approach where, like, I don't need to smoke and all that. I can handle my own thing. Like, don't need them. Better off without. You want to adapt that mindset to where it's like, yo, she needs you, or he needs you, or whatever situation is. This is mainly drifting towards, like, as far as, you know, a bad breakup or whatever, like, you know, when your ex or someone back. With a loved one, you kind of got to accept that they're gone. You have to just, like, you know what, they were good times. And you can't just sit there and think about all the little bad moments. Because I know with my aunt, I would sit there and think, like, I never got to thank her, you know, for watching me, taking care of me. You know, I felt like I was a bad kid. And I would hold that against myself all the time. And it would just hurt me and hurt me and hurt me. But you just have to accept the good times and all that. When it comes to that, like, you, as much time as you can put into something, like, think about it. Like, say you were smoking cigarettes and all that. If you can sit there and spend like 10, 15 minutes a day smoking cigarettes, and you do that multiple times a day, if you break that down, that's an hour that you could have spent in the gym, or an hour spent doing something else. Looking at something to make you laugh. You gotta laugh. Like, you have to laugh. I don't care what anybody says. They're like, no, this person just needs a hug. No, you are using those coping mechanisms because you don't want to talk about it with anybody. You don't want to talk about it with anybody. That's why it just seems like you have outlandish behavior. You don't want to share that. Giving a hug to someone that doesn't want you to know they're depressed does nothing. They're just going to ignore it. But you need to laugh. That is the greatest thing that you can possibly do, is laugh. Like, no matter what, laughter. Like, me watching the Hodge twins when I was down. Like, some of the stuff I skipped, like, it'd be like, you know, like, your girl, oh, someone going balls deep in there, man. They leaving the nuts hanging out. That would make my heart just drop. Like, even though it's true. I mean, dang, yeah, the homie must have been killing it, you know what I'm saying? They about to get married now, so shout out to them. Hope it fails. But, that's just me being petty. Yeah, just laughing. It was the greatest thing ever. Like, just go and look at everything that just makes you laugh and just take your mind off of it temporarily. And while you're sitting there trying to figure out, you know, why you're at that bad place, laugh for a while and accept it. First, you just have to accept it, like, that it happened. Because your heart will trick your mind. So, like I said, like, you'll start coming up with some irrational stuff. I remember one time, one of my homies, he was really in love with this girl and it didn't work out, and they're together. You know, he finds out this later that she's with him, a different dude, and he said, I wonder if they're having sex. My brother's just like, they're together, so of course they're having sex. He's more of the rational. So as I heard that, I'm like, that's wild. Your mind will sit there and cover for that person who you felt wronged you. Like, you'll just start creating stuff in your head like, nah, maybe she's not doing that. Maybe she's blah, 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 this and that. That's wild. So don't let your heart trick your mind. Your mind will always tell you stuff first, just like your gut will. Your gut instinct tells you something's wrong, it's more than likely wrong. We have an ability to, I haven't looked it up, but this is just going off, you know, me just understanding things. We have ability to sense bad things, but a lot of times we just push it away. We're like, nah, I might just be tripping. You can feel energy around you. You can feel bad energy. If you go to a party and you see somebody angry and all that, and you see people walking weird, even though you haven't even heard you haven't had a conversation with them, you can feel their energy. You're like, oh, it feels negative in here. So you have to just get away from that negativity, all right? You gotta find a new coping mechanism. Get in the gym, get running, laugh. What else is some stuff you can do? I would say go out and socialize, but you're depressed. You've been doing terrible coping things. You don't want to go out and talk. Let's be 100% honest. That's another advice thing that I'm like, it's so trash. You don't want to talk to nobody. You want to just go and just stand around and I hate this, I should have stayed at home. You just have to find a new way to cope with stuff, healthy stuff. You're the prize, all right? You're the prize. Remember this, you're the prize. That's how you should be, not the other way around. You don't have to sit there and try and impress people. People are impressed by you, and you don't have to do anything for that. You should keep that in your mind. You're the prize all the time. You feel me? With that being said, if you like this, let me know in the comment section below. You got any other topics like this you want me to talk about? You can hit me on Snapchat. I don't even know if it say Snapchat. Well, you could. You can hit me on Snapchat, Instagram, email, whatever, and you know, I can go, and if it relates to me, I can go make a video on it. I only do stuff that I feel like I can relate to. I don't want to give advice on things that I don't know what I'm talking about. Like a snake oil salesman. That's just not me. Zero shot out.